neighbors of ours. We find them in our part of the world, over to Japan, and then down into northern Mexico is kind of the range. And yes, they are frequently seen frolicking off our coast, and occasionally, if you're lucky enough, off the starboard bow of BC ferries, you can actually catch this action happening. However, it's not just the coastal dolphins, but the animals that swim in the open ocean as well. Even a couple of the river systems of the world. They do face quite a few dangers out there, and the animals that we have there are no exception to that. But to tell us a little bit more about the personal stories of one of the animals on the far side with the microphone, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Paula.
Thanks, Alex. All three of our dolphins are considered rescued and rehabilitated animals. They were all found entangled in fishing nets off the coast of Japan. They were then taken to rehabilitation centers where they were deemed non-releasable. But luckily for us, they all found permanent homes here at the Wild Coast. Working with me today is Hannah. Hannah has been here since 2005, and we have been able to build and maintain a strong relationship with her through training and regular checkups. Everything that we learned through her health care helps veterinarians and researchers to gain a better understanding of this mysterious species. In fact, every day that we work with them reveals more, not only about their species, but also their individual personalities, which, believe it or not, are just as different as you and me. But most of all, Spinnaker, Hannah, and Helen teach us that nets can pose serious threats to dolphins all over the world.
Thank you, Paula. So yes, together working with the animals, we work with different research groups that come in and ask, all right, can we work with your dolphins to try and figure out this question? And generally speaking, sure, yeah. And we try and work off a base of knowledge, so we're working on things that we already know. And do we know anything? Well, yes, we know a few things. We know these animals travel together in groups. Sometimes small groups, maybe 2 or 3 individuals, but it can reach up to 2,000 or 3,000. And if you're going to work with dolphins, you need a boat. That one's obvious, but you need a fast boat. Because these guys, they have fairly, well, they can go about 35 kilometers an hour. And if you're used to a car, no, it's not terribly fast, but here in Stanley Park, the speed limit for cars is actually 30. So this is one of the few places worldwide you could potentially be passed by a dolphin, which would look ridiculous, but it could happen. The speed, of course, very handy for catching up with dinner. And if you're a dolphin, any ideas what do you call dinner? Usually fish. But imagine, if you will, that you are a Pacific white-sided dolphin off our coast and you are looking for your catch of the day. And similar to food items that you and I eat on a regular basis, some fish are more energetic than others. And how is it that you can actually figure out, all right, how much energy does this fish have versus another? And in particular, if you're a dolphin, what's the benefit of going after this